Everyone is Alex from Radd and we're here today and we are at the Dojo store in Thailand, Bangkok. So we're going to go through, we're going to do your little tour and show you what we think of the place. So keep watching, guys. Hi everyone, so we're back. So this is the entrance to the store. So the first thing you see at the moment is the Supergirl and you've got the Harley Quinn. You've got Baby Blue over there, but it's just off shot. Sorry Brendan, I'll get a little bit for there for you. So there. And Harley, and then in the back you've got the Dark Knight 3, which is super impressive. I'm going to do close-ups of this, but I'll just try and do a little pan around from the doorway so you can see what they have here. And the Berserk in the corner. Mech Transformers over there as well. And then we pan back the other way and show you the other side. All right, so let's go in. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get up close to the Berserk line, and we've already seen a lot of these at the conventions. Turn off my light, I don't need that, there's already a lot of light here. Or maybe turn it down. There you go. So this is the Berserker armor. I've seen this a few times, very nice piece. I think there was a problem with shipping on this one where there was a few breakages and they had to kind of write them off a little, but yeah, turn off my light, otherwise you're not going to see that. It's a bit. That was one of the problems in the last convention, was the lights that they were using actually bleached the colours out a lot, which was quite a shame, especially on the piece like the Batman vs Joker Medieval. What I'll try and do as well is get the cards in case you don't quite catch what I'm saying. Then this is the Black Swordsman. This one's really nice actually, I do really like this one. Very cool, very detailed, very gory as well. Not sure if it's coming out on camera, but the actual head here is very glossy. You can't really see that on the camera, but you might be able to, but I can't see at the moment. You've got the kind of guts, gore, I think he's called Puck, but then there, loads of detail going on there, fantastic piece. This is a piece actually that they've updated. So this is the Griffiths. What they did on this one was they adjusted the head because there were a few issues with the head, a lot of people complaining, and they've adjusted it. It looks amazing now. The head is really nice. Yeah, I don't know, again, problem with Prime 1 pieces, sometimes the camera doesn't look like on the camera what you see with your eye, but in person this head is a massive improvement over the other head, and you know, good work to Prime 1 for adjusting that. So whoever has this on order, yeah, you can be, if you see if I get closer, you'll be very happy with the improvement of the head. Come across here, this is the one I actually do like, this is Femto. Yeah, super cool. Paint on this one's really nice, glossy, big character. He's all coming out of the bayonet. Actually, on my night shifts, I watch the 24-25 part first Berserk series, and yeah, once this character comes out, it all kind of goes and gets quite messed up quite quickly. But this is, yeah, really cool piece, and the base on this one is impressive as well. Do really like that one. This card. This is the Void. This guy is absolutely massive. I don't think, again, when you see this in pictures, it does it any justice of how big it is. It kind of looks, from when I've seen it, it looks like a small piece, but this is huge. I mean, Femto is huge, and he totally dwarfs him. Totally dwarfs him. People say it looks like the Mars Attacks guy. Yeah, cool. A little disappointed they didn't have Slain on display. Also, the bases on these are slightly different. So with the, if you go back to the Femto, his one is a lot darker, and you can kind of, you can see it's a lot more matte. And then you go on to the Void, and his one is really high gloss in comparison. So it's more like a wet, bloody look. And again, with these spotlights, I'm hoping you can kind of make that out on camera. So if I can get like darker, that helps. Just so you can see the difference there. And you've got the puck, which I think, I might be wrong, but I think this was a exclusive for Wonderfest last year, Summer Wonderfest. I may be wrong. There's details there. Alright, so this is the Robotech Saga. This is really impressive. I've never seen Robotech before. I've seen images of it like growing up, but I don't think we really had this in the UK. I could be wrong, I always get corrected, but this piece is really impressive. And again, it's a big old piece, and by seeing these, when you look through like films, footage of them, people looking at them, when there's no concept of scale, this piece is absolutely massive. Yeah, very nice. Then you've got the little things here, so you've got a little Bobblehead Bumblebee, little busts for Prime, and Lockdown. Got Prime here, seen them hundreds of times. This G1 Prime's nice. Yeah, quite like that one actually. Right, then we come across, so this is a new one they got in store literally yesterday, so I'm very lucky that I didn't come sooner. So this is the Supergirl 1/3, and this is based on the Stanley Archer artwork, which I've just picked up a couple of covers of. It's very true to that. Very nice, very nice. I do love the way as well the cat has his eyes closed, so you can't really, it looks, you can't really mess that up as much. With the Sideshow one, I'm not so sure about it, but yeah, she's beautiful, really nice. Looks like she's borrowing some of Griffiths' birds. Yeah, this piece is beautiful. Saw this one at the Winterfest, but still. Around. Alright, then we come around, you got the Batman Dark Knight 3. This is a super impressive piece. I really like this one. I mean, this is, I love the Miller version they did of the other version, but I gotta say this one's probably better. When they were saying they were making another one, it was a bit like, why? Why when you've already done one? But sorry, these little lights. There you go. Yeah, there you go. The face is great. Only problem is the space you'll need to display this is going to be massive. Great paint as well on the base. Yeah, I like this. Very cool. Right, there you go, Harley Quinn. So there were people kind of complaining and saying that they would like this to be kind of made without the base, so you would kind of have. So I'm just trying to get the light right again. Yeah, so you have like a bit more displayable, but in all honesty, this kind of makes the piece. You can't really take away from that. I think the display I saw last time was the one where she's holding the gun out. I do like the hammer, but there is a bit of a join kind of under here where the arm is. So I'm just trying to make sure. Sorry. Yeah, like there is a bit of a joint under there. Not so bad at the moment, I think you might have moved it, but yeah, beautiful piece again. Mallet's great. Details on the pouches, gun, base. Yeah. I like this. And then you've got the Joker in there, cards. You also have all these kind of Christmas lights going around there as well. You've done Kinnaman and all the dynamite. Cool. Alright, this one's for you, Brendan. So this is the baby blue, life size. Step back again, one of those huge. And yeah, so baby blue. This piece actually has grown on me a little bit. I mean, the details on the eyes, really cool. And the other kind of all the detail on the kind of base where you got these kind of these like leaves. They're sculpted. I always get told I skim over the Jurassic Park pieces too quick, so let me give it a little bit of time. Yeah, right, that's enough time. Alright, we've seen these before. These are the turtles. So you've got them, they're actually facing the other way, but yeah, we'll come back to them maybe from the other side. Kind of all these little things going on here, so little cute pieces, mini epics. This Godzilla's nice. Right, then you got the Batman Beyond. Really cool piece. Again, I'll get out from the other side. Flashpoint. I think when I saw this one, he had the sword out. It was quite cool to see. Fabric cape. And you got Scarecrow. And then Joker, which we'll come back to from the other side. Now you got the Hush line here, which is my first time kind of seeing all of these today together. And I just want to say the actual Huntress is really impressive. She's really well done. Face on her is beautiful. The body sculpt is really nice. Yeah, super impressive piece. Very nice. This is the sculpted cape version. Obviously there's the other versions, which are the fabric cape. Beautiful face, really nice face on that. Right, this and then is the Superman Hush, which obviously this one got a lot of praise. Even the owner of the shop though said that this one is a fucking nightmare to put together with the cape. Really has a lot of presence. I mean, this piece cost I think $1,000, and for that price point now you're not going to get this much statue. But I want to say this thing is really nice, and from all the pictures I did actually really like it, and I thought to myself, you know what, this is probably one of the better pieces I've seen from photos alone. But I just want to throw this out there that this Batman is actually better than the Superman. In my opinion, I think that this is a better piece. From photos, I always thought that this Batman had an awkward pose, and he didn't really do much for me in that respect. It was always quite awkward for me seeing it. And if you would have asked me before today, which is better out of the Batman and the Superman, I would have said hands down the Superman is a much better piece. Today I prefer the Batman. I actually think the Batman is a better piece, and yeah, I think the Batman is actually a better piece, and I think that I just like the pose more than I do in photos. There were comments about the lean. I don't think this one's leaning though, but there were comments about it. Sorry, there's loads of spotlights in here. Nah, this piece for me is better than I mean, they're both amazing pieces, but for me, I like that. But also these pieces are, I mean, when you see these kind of things in pictures and photos, there's no gauge of the scale of how big these are. When you look at these are all 1/3, and then she's closer to the camera, so it's probably a bad example, but that Catwoman looks a lot smaller compared to the others. Right. So, talking about Catwoman, then you have the Catwoman Arkham. Switch our heads. Red Hood story pack. This piece looks great as well. Again, it's these with the bright lights, they kind of look a bit plasticky. They don't look as bad in person. Yeah, it looks great. Then you got the Cyborg. And the face on this one actually again looks really good. They've done the clear resin on that, which again I don't know how this is going to come out, but in person the face on that is really good, really true to the actor. The other head that comes in is actually really bad, really light, and doesn't look very good at all. This head is great, it's super nice. Right, there you got the bat flak. From Batman vs Superman. Again, yeah, with the translucent resin, it's really hard to film it. Deadshot, Will Smith. Same issue with the translucent resin. The likeness is there. Maybe the colours is a bit off when you see it here, even in person. I mean, it does look a bit jaundiced. Right, now this piece is a piece I've been wanting to see for a long time, and this one I had really high expectations for. In my mind I was a bit like, you know what, I really like this, but you know, is it going to be as good in person? Is it going to be, you know, everything is lived up to? And I have to say yes, this piece is really impressive. Whoever has this on order, you know, if you can display this, I know a lot of people can't because of the kids and stuff, it's a bit horror, but this piece is really nice. And just get a bit of light on them. Right, yeah, they try and get their head. Yeah, so Batman Who Laughs. This is from the Batman Metal series. Really cool piece. Yeah, super impressive, this one. Lights. Oh wow, sorry, just staring at the face for ages. And you got these like little free kind of wobbling gimps going on. Get out of the light. With this one as well, is I don't think there's any point buying the, you know, if you're going to buy the actual, God damn it. I don't think there's much point buying the exclusive on this one. It's just another one of these GIMP things, or the deluxe version as they call it. This piece is, all you need is the regular one. We'll just do this one quickly. So what we got here is you've got the Godzilla. Not sure who makes this one. Another one here, and then you got the these are the Prime 1, so the golden dinosaurs which you get, which I keep seeing in the blue in the conventions. And here's the T-Rex, and then you have the dinosaur busts. Brendan can comment below and tell me which dinosaurs these are, even though I can see a bit behind, but there you go. Ultrasaurus, they're both the same. This piece then move on to the Infinity Studios side. So this is the Infinity Studios piece, which I think Sideshow sold this one, but I'm not disappointed with this one really. In photographs this looked fantastic, and in person I don't think it looks that great. You know, the clouds and yeah, the clouds are like a bit more, you know, okay, and then some of the joins are a bit kind of questionable, like you know, you got like around here, but yeah, I think it was quite expensive as well for what it is. Shame really. These are all Infinity Studio as well, so you got my. Focus. Yeah, so you got the Mai, which is looks 1/6 King of Fires. And Kyle. Did have these in Thailand, I think it was last summer. Bloodborne. So this is Lady Maria. think this is the Chinese exclusive, I might be wrong, which had the smaller base. And then this is the Fantastic Beasts. And then we've got the Figurama section. So here we have the Thor Ragnarok Walt Samuelson version. This is actually the this isn't Marvel 4, this is actually the IDW version. So it's actually from Ragnarok series that you did there. Then you've got Kaneki versus Yamura. This is actually, I love the base on this. The light up on that is really, really cool. It looks like kind of like a flickering effect like you have in a subway. Vash, the Stampede from Trigon. So again, another really cool piece, but it's it's one of those pieces that's not very fun to put together, as we've experienced. It looks amazing when it is set up. Then you have the I'm going to get this so wrong, aren't I? I'm Prime on bus, so this is Eva 1. Evangelion, so this is a type 1, I think it is. Might be wrong, but yeah. Superman half scale. Splinter. A couple of little dinosaurs around here. I don't know if they're actually. This looks like Weta. Looks like from The Hobbit. Could be Lord of the Rings. I think it's The Hobbit though. Then you have the Weta Lara Croft, which this got like quite mixed reviews. There were some people complaining about certain things on it. In person, it looks pretty damn good. The panther looks great, or the mountain lion, or whatever it is. So I'm just trying to get there. And then Lara. Yeah, she looks really nice. I don't know what the complaint is with that. Very cool. Then you've got the prototypes. Akuma, so this is regular Akuma, sculpted by Eric Sosa. Very nice piece, this one. Super cool body sculpt on there. Done very well. I actually prefer this one to the Shin, and maybe Ryu I prefer more. I think they're very close though. Both fantastic body sculpts. Not very sure about the new Ken, but I do need to see more about it. But the Akuma, the Ryu, both great pieces. Then we'll come over to here. So we have the Guyver. This is the Gigantic Dark, and I'm not going to order this one. I just, again, it's from the manga, and I never really read that part of it. So, and with this one as well, I always find that even though he is massive, obviously because it's called Gigantic, but he's a huge piece. But I do think though, when you look at the piece overall, the figure is fantastic, but the base is quite underwhelming when you look at the base on the next piece and then the base on the Guyver 3, which they have coming. It's quite disappointing, really. I think this is the one though where he's holding the little bug. Maybe have a look and see. Guyver 1 is one of my favourite pieces that I own, and probably one of my favourite pieces out there. I'm a huge Guyver fan. Love the design of it. And this statue, Prime 1, totally smashed it, really did. Fantastic. And then there's the ultimate with the bust. Yeah, stunning. Now, this one I had absolutely no interest in. I do love Fist of North Star. I just found that the piece was a bit underwhelming and a bit meh, You see the Guyver piece, it's gory, it's, you know, it's got loads going on the base. And then after a while, it's kind of grown on me where I kind of think to myself, okay, this is actually an anniversary edition, so it kind of makes sense that they're going for this kind of ceremonial base. And I've been told as well that this actually is in the final fight of the series where he fights Radd, and he fights him in the dojo. So it does kind of happen. The pose, I prefer this one more than the You're Already Dead pose, but I just have to say one thing. If I give it an up and down first. So yeah, the base actually looks really nice. These statues are great. The figure looks great. The scale of the figure might be a little weird. I think it might even be, I don't know, he looks a little big, but he is quite a weirdly proportioned character anyway, so you might be able to get away with it. But this is what I don't like, is I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the part where his fringe joins really bothers me, and it's kind of like it's a separate piece here that's been added on, like, so it's been printed separately or molded separately, and it kind of stuck on, and it bothers me a little bit because it's really obvious, and obviously it's on his head, which you're going to see. So I really hope they sort that out, because that's quite an eyesore. Then you got the characters. So this is the Kinnaman characters. So the character on the right, actually been told he's a villain to start with, and then he actually becomes a hero afterwards in the next series. And what he's got there is he's got a bowl of noodles. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, he's got that bowl of noodles up there, and he's got like switch outs for those. Alright, so we come round. Oh god, I've forgotten his name already. It's like Gamora something. So this is the kind of Godzilla kind of character. I need a little light on him. It's quite dark. This also has a... What they did with this, they did a vinyl version. And I don't know whether it was received very well by statue collectors, but I'm sure by actual vinyl collectors it probably went down pretty well. You've got all the detail there on the base, so you can kind of see the scale of him. So you've got a little village down here. And then this actually has a light up where, I turn this off, you touch this, and then that all lights up there. Looks quite good on camera actually. Yeah. And you just kind of, yeah. There you go. Don't want to break it. Then you have Cobra. So this is G.I. Joe. So this is Serpentine. Or Serpentor, sorry. It's quite a nice piece actually as well. Yeah. Prefer this guy though. So this is Destro. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah. I like this one. It's not too over the top, and there's a lot more displayable, and I actually prefer this one, to be honest with you, than the last one. Then you've got Snake Eyes and Timber. So this one actually got a lot of abuse again because the wolf Timber, so let me try and get him in. The wolf Timber, basically where he's snarling and showing his teeth, there was a lot of slack about the way his teeth looked and things, so people complained about that. I think they've done some work to improve it, and it does not look as bad in person, but when you actually look at it on camera, it does look a bit, it does look bad on camera, but in person it looks better. Yeah. And then you got the Snake Eyes. There you go. Those guys are cool. I think even some people asked if they could make it so that timber was actually detachable. Also the snow effect, again I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, it's sort of heavily kind of glittered, and it's really cool actually, really well done. And you've got kind of like where there's parts here and it's kind of like wet, those are where it's kind of melting. That's done really well. Yeah, very nice. Now another piece which is wow. This is the frieze. This piece is massive, and this piece is probably one of my favourite pieces I haven't seen yet, and this piece is really impressive. As a character that I have no appreciation to, this piece is wow, like really wow. If you are a frieze fan, this piece of ice here, again, I don't think it captures that. This is all clear, like shine. It looks like ice. All the snow in there, and you know, it's done really well with all the snow here where it's gathered and they're kind of spraying and up his boots. You know, it's really, sorry, my hands are wet. And then yeah, really well done. And then you got here where you got the Nora. So again, this I think possibly the exclusive, but yeah, really cool Nora. And then the face is, look at that. Yeah, that is something else. This piece is like next level stuff. Next level, my friend. Wow, yeah. I mean, if you're not a fan of this is just something that you have to put on your bucket list to even just see it. It's really impressive. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think that lights up as well, but yeah. And then you got the Arkham Batman. Alright, what we do is just having a wander outside, because I did say there were a few pieces to finish up on. Hopefully you'll be able to see them. So again, we've seen these ones loads of times before. So it was just the turtles, and come across Batman Beyond, seen them already loads of times, and then the Joker Arkham Origins. Alright, so what we'll do there is we'll finish off, and you know, thanks for watching. Do the usual, guys: like, comment, subscribe, share, and let us know what you think. Let us know what pieces impressed you or didn't, and you know, hit a thumbs up if you like any of the pieces, and if you don't, hit a thumbs down and let us know what you don't like. So also make sure you subscribe and click on the bell to become part of our notification squad. Thanks people, peace out.